Huge news coming out of the E. Vince is back. Possible list of suitors are here. Will the WWE sell today, tomorrow, next week? Come find out with the TSK. Welcome in to the official name changed Kickin' It with the TSK. We are unfortunately without the OG Harold J. Hunter. It's all right. He'll be back. He'll be back for something new. We gonna drop maybe tomorrow if y'all are lucky. But 4 out of the 5 of the TSK are here. We are in to talk some big stuff. But before we talk about the possible sale of the WWE, let me introduce to you again the TSK. To my right, with the crispiest mic there is, besides the one in front of my face, they call this man Pretty Kyle. Of course, we're looking at what's that? Los Ingobernables de Jericho. That is the greatest Jericho shirt I've ever seen next to the one that I own that says was it Bucks of Jericho or was it something of the other?
Bucks of Jericho, I think.
Something or other. My man Robert Davis, we call him Big Rob. Oh, yes, sir. And of course, you recognize him from his times on Max and all the other times that you've seen him doing the show with us. They call him DC, Daniel Crimmins. So let's keep it funky. Let's keep it honest. He's fucking back.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, my God.
Vince McPalpatine.
I was just going to say, I was like, somebody told me it's like Vader. Somebody told me it's like Vader coming back. I said, no. Palpatine. It's Palpatine.
100%.
It's
like literally, wasn't this the whole like plot line of Rise of Skywalker?
I swear to God it was.
Like literally just same shit happened. Like we all know how that movie ended.
Oh yeah, we did. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's keep it funky. The old man had been Vince McMahon. That is, I'm going to call him the old man. I'm not going to be nice enough to give him names, so I don't want to hear that. The old man decided, but I would call him Palpatine, but that's giving him too much credit. All right, I'm not going to do it. So the old man decides he wants to come back, or he decides to come back. And from the looks of it, it's strictly due to a sale of the WWE. Now, he is the majority shareholder.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
And the funny thing about this sale is it's coming right at a time when they're getting ready to do another television deal signing. So it starts to grade the question, does he feel like they're not going to make any money? According to the internet, he's worth about $2 billion, so he is a $1 billion man. You know, is it time for him to get out? Is this his way of showing up to say, you guys can't run this show like I can? Because all of a sudden they're doing really well. Where does this leave Uncle Paul? Like, it's so many questions are out there. So with all that being said, what is the number one question you guys have on your mind? I got to start with Rob.
I think my number one question is, what's the ulterior motive here? Because we all know Vince. And we all know the things that he does. Now, did he really come back just to sell the company? Did he really come back to, gain some sort of control? And
Gotta be a control factor in there.
Is there even going to be a sale? Did he come back just so he can say, "Hey, I'm in charge again. We're not going to sell this. We're here. What's the saying? Then, now, forever, together, or whatever."
I mean,
together shit.
Wasn't it the first day back? He was back, and wasn't he on television for all of like 4 seconds? And he kept like the first Friday he's back.
Yes, absolutely no F's given.
Like, come on, dude.
The balls on this man, though.
The cojones, as they love to say in the E. So
Gotta
Kyle,
say, it's not bad.
you're dying to jump in with the crispy mic. Give me, what is your number one question coming out of this entire thing?
I mean, I'm kind of understanding a little bit of why he did it. He's coming back to sell. So it's not more or less what questions do I have, like his intentions. I know his intentions. His intentions are to sell. But it kind of raises the question if he's... I know they're kind of saying that he's not going to be part of creative, but I have a feeling he's going to be a part of it one way or another down the road, and it's not far away.
To give the proper verbiage said in the meeting, and this is coming from Uncle Dave, I can already hear it now. Yeah, give me some shit. The exact wordage was, there will be no change to creative as of right now.
For now.
Right now. Yeah. As of today, not next week, next month, 6 months, 3 months, whatever. We all know it's what he's going to do. He's going to come in. He's going to watch for a little bit. He's going to then pick it apart in the back, and he's going to go, Paul, you could do this better. You could do this better. Tweak this, try this. And then he's going to go, I'll just do it myself. And then he's going to take charge of creative, essentially, because he can't not be in charge of it. He can't just sit in the background. You know what I mean? He can't not sit on the mic and yell at Michael Cole or whoever's on announcing.
For sure he was in Gorilla. For sure he was in Gorilla.
He can't not do that. He's not just going to show up and go chill in catering. He's not fucking Andrade. So what are you going to do? You're going to go in Gorilla. You're going to go make sure that the shit's running, or the ship is running the way you want it to run, because they're here for a sale. At this point,
the way you put that, running the way he wants it,
exactly. He's going to steer that ship the way he wants to do it, and he knows what he's doing. He's just, at this point, I think he's at an exit strategy. Yeah. I think I was actually discussing it with my dad, and he thinks there was some extra stuff that we're not hearing about.
Oh yeah,
and he thinks that it might be leaked, and I kind of agree with him on this. He thinks it might come because of Linda McMahon, because we've not discussed, nobody's discussed. Linda's still part of the picture. What if there's more to the story that we all don't know, that it's all in the background, that she's threatened to go, we're going to leak this information out unless you sell that company. And then right after that, they split. You know what I mean?
You haven't even heard about her on the news at all. Like, the last time I'd even heard her name fucking mentioned at all was like a month or two ago. It was reported that she had flown down to Mar-a-Lago and met with former President Trump.
Oh, I wonder why. Yeah, sorry.
Because she was part of his administration.
I was going to say, is she still with,
oh no, trust me, she's all on that wagon.
She is. So she's riding that Trump dick. I get it.
Where there's more going there, like you said, Cal, there's more going on than what we know.
100%.
Now, here's kind of my thought. Maybe it's me being a conspiracy theorist a little bit, but a couple things that kind of stick out to me like a sore thumb. Number one, if you think about it, Nick Khan was a Vince boy. He's one of Vince's boys.
Vince's bitch, yes.
I think Vince put him in the co-CEO position so that Vince can kind of, pull the strings.
Well, there was actually a report that came out today, and it's all alleged right now, that Nick Khan was put in place to help facilitate the sale.
Yep.
I think
I saw that.
What I could see happening, I could see Nick Khan showing up at TV. Maybe Vince doesn't show up.
Be interesting.
Maybe Vince doesn't show up at TV. However, I think you're going to see Nick Khan around, and you're going to hear about him a lot more. I think Vince is going to be pulling the strings. Now,
I wonder if Nick's going to be basically the puppet and just have Vince in his ear kind of deal. Just because Vince can't go out there right now. I think Vince right now is in way too much red shit that he might just use Nick Khan and just be like, this is what you're going to say. This is what you're going to talk about. Yeah.
Because, Vince's ego aside, Vince is not stupid. He understands that there is still a lot of shit with him right now. The SEC is still investigating him. And you don't embarrass the federal government and get away with it.
No, you don't.
They're biding their fucking time with him.
Yeah, they are.
Now, the other side of this, what I could see happening, he also realizes that if he sticks his nose in things too much, it could jeopardize the value of the company and of any potential sale.
Mm-hmm.
So, at least from what's the saying? Perception is reality.
I like it.
So, I think, we're going to see, but at the same time, the other side of it is this could also get really ugly. Like, the board of directors, they could take Vince to court.
Yeah.
That is an option that could happen.
It
Do I
might
think it's going to
actually
go that
happen.
way? No. I think, honestly, that they have already been negotiating with certain companies to sell. I think they've already begun the process of selling. And I think those negotiations are a lot farther along than we realize. And the fact that they're saying they expect a deal, if it is to happen, to occur within the next 3 to 6 months. Takeovers of billion-dollar companies do not happen that quickly. They don't.
No, they don't.
I mean, and we've talked about it before. We've been talking about it since Nick Khan came into the company. Yeah. Remember when he was sitting at ringside and, just kind of scoping out and, the one thing we always joked about, oh, you're getting cut, you're getting cut, you're getting cut. He's getting the books looking nice and, crispy.
In order. He's getting the house in order.
Yeah. That way they can facilitate a sale. I mean, we've been saying this for, a while now.
About 3 years. About 3 years before the pandemic.
And we're already starting to see that we were kind of right.
Yep, 100% from the jump. I mean, it wasn't hard to see. I mean, that leak that came out, that's basically saying Nick Khan was put in place to help facilitate that sale. I don't. We've only been saying that for what, a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. And it's nothing new to us. It seems like new to a lot of people, but this guy went from a nobody to a somebody like that, you know what I mean, into the company, and it just doesn't happen that way.
The thing is you guys, we all understand like where Nick came from. We understand what he was put in the role of, because again, you have to understand, what was it, 2-3 years ago, there was a bidding war for WWE's viewing rights. Was it going to be on ESPN? Was it going to be on this channel? Was it going to be on that channel? Nick Khan was the guy leading that horse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's been out there bidding for their money before.
Before AEW became a thing, there was talk of maybe HBO Max taking it over. Mm-hmm. Which, honestly, considering how HBO Max is laid out, I would have been all for. Yeah. I would have been all for that.
Agreed.
Now, here's what I think. I was reading something. It was people that had worked with Nick Khan in the past that have said, when they announced him as the CEO and the co-CEO, they said, this doesn't make sense. Like, if he's coming in just to run it, like, you're bringing a guy that knows jack shit about professional wrestling.
Yeah.
But what this guy does know is getting companies ready to sell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Vince is what, 77, 78?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Vince is in the twilight of his life.
Not if he lives to 120.
No, right.
His mom lived to 100 or something like that. It was like 99.
99. She also did steroids either.
Oh yeah,
you're right.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, this man can't squat 1,200 pounds like nothing. You saw that, Mo. I know you did.
Oh yeah,
we talked about that.
The pit shark.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's more going on that they're not talking about, and I think
100%.
The thing that is going to, I think, keep Vince away from creative is the threat of them leaking that out. Would Nick Khan leak it? I don't think so.
No.
Would Triple H or Stephanie leak it? Absolutely.
Something tells me he doesn't give a rat's ass.
No.
The fact that, like I said, the fact of the matter is,
bottom dollar, yes.
I'm saying, I mean, he's at the point where I think he feels he's made. You know what I mean? Look at what happened with Dana White. Okay, the guy got caught slapping his wife around, and the worst that's going to happen to him is this fucking slap fight thing, and got pushed a week. We're talking about Vincent Kennedy McMahon. We're talking about the guy that, unfortunately, and I'm going to say it, has an influence on the majority of adults in this fucking current world right now, in this current country. Okay, so the fact when you when your first day back after you've had nothing but I've been paying off all the people I've been sleeping with allegations and or I should say it's all come to true, and you're willing to just say fuck it, I'll go on television and say a line. If you're willing to do that, knowing that you're gonna have a 1.8, a 2 million viewer audience, whatever, do you really think motherfuckers are gonna care that you're getting ready to sell this and I've been doing this and I've been doing that? No, this is my company. I run it. I'm going to be in Gorilla. This is creative. I that's what I'm afraid of. He has come in for hostile takeover. That's my only question. That's my question going into this thing is when is he pulling the trigger? When is he going in and boom, boom, boom? Everybody Papa H brought in, you're fired. H, beat it. This guy, beat it. I don't even know who he was. Beat it anyway. And that's what.
Didn't I already fire you? You're fired again.
Exactly. He's going to start firing people he's fired twice over. But now, my question is when?
Right around Mania. I think.
Yeah. The after Mania.
Right after that.
The after Mania.
Right after.
Yeah, I think. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. If the Mania, we're looking at about 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah, about
3.5. Yeah.
I think he's going to wait until the buy rate for Mania comes out.
The tickets are ridiculous right now.
Yeah, they always are, though.
The number for the gate came out, and it was like astronomically.
Yeah, it's the biggest WrestleMania gate since WrestleMania 32.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is, if it does well, but I think, honestly, what's going to happen is he's going to wait. I mean, if a sale doesn't happen before Mania, it'll be right after.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to happen right after. They're not going to from now until Mania. That's their focus. Their focus is right now. Okay, the Royal Rumble's coming up. They already have an idea who's winning. It's not Cody. Yeah. I can guarantee you, it's not Cody. It's more than likely The Rock right now.
Oh God, you make a fucking no. I mean. We've talked about it. That's been the one where I've said like, oh, he shows up and he's gonna even change the belt and he's gonna do this. But if you're gonna sell the motherfucking company, who else would you want as the face of that bitch? Who else?
Right. So
Steve Austin.
If you knew he could do something,
he can't fucking do anything.
But see, that's the thing, and that's where like us as the fans, I'm with you. As us as the fans, we're in the dreamland. Fucking dude, Stone Cold, But let's keep it funky. Who was Black Adam? Who's had jungle movie after jungle movie after jungle movie? The Rock.
Failed Black Adam.
Jesus Christ, come on.
And it wasn't all that bad.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to judge it. I'm not a big judgmental person on movies, but it's just it hasn't done the hottest. But yeah, so essentially moving forward right now, it's more than likely going to be The Rock. I mean, Cody's going to get his big pop and everything, and he might be like last 3 or 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't see him winning right now because their focal point right now seems to be on Sami Zayn, which is great, and then the Reigns and Rock match. Okay, so that's what they're going to focus on moving forward. They're going to focus their entire intention on WrestleMania and then unveiling the sale. My guess is just before SummerSlam, the sale is going to come out. Sometime in the summer, that sale is going to go public.
Or
I'm guessing May, June kind of time, right around Money in the Bank.
What about night 2?
No,
if we hear about it, then it's going to be night 2.
I just can't imagine it being at WrestleMania because they don't want
it to, doom and gloom.
They don't want to deter anything from Mania trending, Roman trending, The Rock trending, the whole show trending. They don't want to deter or defer that in any way, shape, or form.
Makes sense.
Agreed.
They're not going to want to do that because this is going to be the absolute biggest WrestleMania, probably, pretty much of all time. It's damn near fucking sold out, and there's not a single match announced. It's absolutely insane right now the amount of tickets they're doing.
Hell, I might hit it. You know what I mean?
Huge.
What was that?
What'd you say, Mo?
No, I might try to get to the show. They'd be there in LA, but DC was trying to say something.
The rumored card already is pretty fucking huge.
I saw that, yeah.
There's talk of, Stone Cold maybe doing something He's been in the gym a lot and looking.
For a dude as old as my dad, Jesus Christ.
Decent outing with KO.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was really
fun. They did that with
last
year, though.
So, now, you tell me you don't want to see it again?
There was the other rumor that talk of having Roman work both nights.
I saw that, and I'm really not opposed to that. No. I think it makes it look better if you lose the title on one night rather than the other. You know what I mean? Night one. Well, I don't know. How do you play that off then? How do you look as strong as you do if you lost the first night? It makes better sense if you lost the second night.
Who says you have to go in there looking strong? What if you got fucked over?
Yeah, that's true.
WWE is the king of fucking people over and doing that in a storyline.
The most likely situations, for who's going to face Roman. You got The Rock, who is probably going to have one of the matches.
Mm-hmm.
The other option, if Roman does wrestle twice,
I mean Cody. It's going to be Cody or Sammy, one of the two.
Honestly, I think Sammy's probably going to get Elimination Chamber.
Here's more than likely because it's in his hometown.
Yeah.
What I'm really hoping for is Sammy, and the reason why is because I think what they're doing right now is slowly cracking and throwing pins inside the bloodline.
Oh yeah.
You're watching little things where Sammy might eventually turn, and then Jay, I don't remember if it's Jimmy or Jay, was upset that Sammy got an apology.
It was Jay.
Oh, Jay. Okay. Sammy got the apology, but Jay never got the apology for Roman, yelling at him. So I feel like there's cracks coming.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like they're going to take the next 4 months, which leads me to the point of if Sammy's the one to do it, it could be the Usos helping Sammy take down Roman.
Yeah. And then where does Solo come in on this? Does he side with Roman?
Solo can go back to NXT, but maybe he.
Umaga 2.0.
Jacob Fatu is so much better of an Umaga.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
So much better of an Umaga. He looks like an Umaga.
He does.
Or as Rigo would call him, Umanga.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Where does Solo fit in that? I don't know where he kind of fits in.
He fits in next to Humanga.
The fuck does he fit in right now? He's don't get me wrong, he's a great talent, but he's like a 23-year-old kid amongst the biggest storyline in wrestling in the last 20 plus years.
Wasn't there a guy that was up doing that too? His name was Austin Theory.
Well, no, I'm not saying. But Austin's not a part of this storyline.
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
No.
He had the Money in the Bank. I get it. He was, the golden opportunity and all. But he's not sitting in the bloodline. You know what I mean? The biggest thing going on. That's about to have its fallout potentially. And I don't know. I don't know where Solo fits into that whole thing. Again, he could just be the enforcer type person and just stands in the corner. I don't know. I don't know where he falls in, but I know the Usos are just ticking at the time that they're going to attack. And I feel like they're going to join up with Sammy, turn on Roman, and that might cause Roman to lose one of his titles. It makes sense to me.
See, and they got all of this going on, and they're not going to let a sale detract all of this.
Exactly. No. There's they can't, it's not even just about that. I don't think fans could even take that. Fans would be so worried about the sale and they wouldn't give a fuck about watching the promo on Friday Night SmackDown or what's going to happen here or what happened in the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber or anything like that. Nobody's going to care.
It would be such a waste of this great storyline.
I got it.
Because it's a fantastic story right now.
I got it.
We're booking.
You're going to love this. You're going to love this book. So you got the Usos that, they did spend a little bit of time on the indies, but by and large, they're a WWE creation. By and large.
100%.
Solo, little time on the indies, by and large, WWE creation.
I'm going to go more indies at this point. He's too new.
Now, but here's what I'm thinking. You got the Usos and you got the Bloodline all well and good. I think, honestly, we're going to see the Bloodline absolutely destroy KO at Rumble. And I think, maybe that's when we see Sammy turn, or maybe they Save that for Elimination Chamber. Now, that's still 2 against 4. So where do the other 2 come in? If the reports are to be believed, we got a couple good brothers from New Japan whose deals are supposed to be coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about GOD, Gorillas of Destiny.
Yeah, that shit would be wild.
People have been wanting GOD versus the Usos for years.
But I think the issue with that is the WWE people just have no idea who they are. Wrestling fans know who they are, but the average WWE viewer, it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like AJ Styles when he came in and he was never in WWE before. It's, I don't know. It's just, I feel like they're going to go to NXT before they even come up.
Probably, but if it's done right, it's doable. It's going to be tough, but it's doable.
I agree. It's just then you have to reteach those people to the WWE fans, which makes it even harder. I will say this.
I just want to fucking see it.
Oh, 100. No, fuck. You're telling me I want to see them all fucking day long wrestle.
And I will say this, just as an aside, I'm fucking pissed that we never got to see FTR versus GOD.
I mean, the time's not over. I mean, Dax just posted he's back in Japan.
Yeah.
I mean,
just saying, or still in Japan, or one of the two.
I don't know if Tonga Loa is cleared yet.
He's not.
Well, it was his knee, right?
Yep.
But goddamn. But honestly, God versus the Usos
would be wild.
Who else is going to take the titles off the Usos? Like seriously, who is there?
This man makes a valid point.
Like we have seen, it's not going to be the Street Profits. It's not. Viking Raiders, they're a heel team. You're not going to have a heel team against a heel team.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like
Viking Raiders I will say this. Hit Row is going to get released again.
For sure.
It's unfortunate. We're in what, January? I'm going to say by Mania, if not just after.
They're so bad.
You know why?
Was holding that entire group up. And it's proven now.
Swerve and the other guy, not Top Down, the other I can't remember his name.
I remember his name.
Adonis.
Yep. Yes, he was decent, but to her credit, B-Fab, she's trying. She's working with Natty, and she is trying to improve. So I can't fault her there.
Doll is just so bad. He's a bad wrestler and he's a bad rapper. Jesus. Just overall, dude, that's trash.
That's my guy, AJ Francis.
You got to fix something else.
Bring back Brodus Clay.
Tag that shit on TikTok, Mo. Jesus Christ.
That's my guy right there, bub. That's my guy.
He did a lot
for the TikTokers. Just keep it fucking. He did a lot for the TikTokers. But no, I mean, AJ. Here's my whole thing with AJ Francis, and maybe it's just hindsight or whatever. But for me, I don't know Top Dollar. I knew AJ Francis, the defensive lineman that played for the Patriots. That's who I knew. And so when I see that, and I'm gonna date myself here, and you're not a Kevin fucking Green, you ain't gonna be able to do shit in the ring. You're not. You're not an athletic
the team
dude
that lost to the Bills.
Hey, attaboy. You know, it's a motherfucker. He was a absolute nose tackle. He is a 6'4", 340 guy. You know, he's not a lean 340. He's not an Aaron Donald. Okay, nope. He is a bigger dude. So I mean, whoever's telling him to do fucking topes, just stop it. Knock it the fuck off. Okay. There are only three. There's only one 300-pound dude that's ever been good at doing fucking topes, and he's on the AEW show, and that's fucking Brody King. Okay, he's Brody Lee. He's the only dude.
Man, I thought you were going Keith Lee.
I really like Keith Lee. I just don't. I'm not a giant fan of when he goes super athletic. But then again, I lost a lot of luster for him. He could. It's hard for him to be the PWG Keith Lee. You know what I mean? All the time. So
he was good in NXT. He had a great run in NXT.
I watched him in NXT. I watched him on the Indies. He's just average as fuck to me, and I can't get past that.
The sad,
So you're saying
unfortunate.
he's mid? You're pulling an MJF?
Oh, here we go, MJ.
No, he's mid as fuck. Like, he really is. Like, he's okay. Don't get me wrong. He's good. He's got the crowd behind him and everything like that. But I just don't. Everyone's just like, he's so incredible. He's amazing. And I'm like, man, trust me when I say I've seen some better people, even bigger people. I get he's a bigger guy, but man, Brody King can move. Samoa Joe was pretty decently sized at one point.
His matches with Dijakovic were good.
Yeah, that's for sure. But we're totally off on a tangent here. We're going back to the sale of the E.
Mm-hmm.
Who in the fucking right mind would buy this company, and who would we even think would fit as a proper owner of the WWE?
Mickey Mouse.
See, I'm loving that.
Mickey Mouse.
And without hesitation, Kyle kills me with the Mickey Mouse. Now, Kyle, no, hold on. Now, before I let you explain to me why that's a terrible idea, and I'm going to pretend that it's not a terrible idea,
I promise you it's not.
Because here's my dilemma, and now again, this is apples and oranges we're comparing here. But Star Wars used to be badass, and then Disney hit it.
Watch it, Mo.
Hey, we're talking to a fucking wars nerd, okay, who's fucking read books. Okay, don't come at me with the cray. I want you
to understand this.
Explain to me why Mickey Mouse, who used to do the fucking wide world of sports and shit like that, explain to me why he needs professional wrestling.
Okay, this is gonna be a moderately long one, but you're gonna have to listen to me.
You got 27 seconds.
Yeah. If you're just for reference, George Lucas still makes a little bit of decisions inside the Star Wars world.
I love how you say a little bit, because that's exactly what it is, just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying he makes a little bit of ruckus.
And when he used to make more decisions,
just enough that we can give you credit.
With that being said, Vince,
as he sleeps on his piles of money.
Exactly. Vince, Triple H, or Stephanie, whoever it is, will also have that same input. Now, with that being said, can you even imagine the merchandising coming from this? The merchandising is absolutely next level.
Well, yeah, for kids,
you're gonna have like Disneyland right now has Star Wars World. They're gonna have WWE
Land. You're going to have
WWE ring in there. They're going to have WWE wrestlers wrestling. They're going to have appearances. They're going to have everything. They're going to have the figures over there. They're going to have the T-shirts, the hats, all that shit. They're going to be so much deeper.
You want to know how that would work?
Walmart, Target.
You want to know how that works in Disneyland?
It's going to be so wild to go to Disney shop and buy a Bloodline T-shirt.
You're telling me
exactly. You're going to have people dressed up as John Cena.
What the hell was the name of that cartoon?
With John Cena.
If you remember. Mo, I know you, Kyle. You're a little too young to remember this.
Oh yeah.
The youth around here.
Okay, so if you remember, WCW, they used to run shows in MGM Studios.
Yeah, I do remember this.
Yeah, and do you remember the fucking crowd reaction?
They used to tape WCW Saturday Night, and I'm pretty sure it was MGM.
Oh my, yeah, dude! It was the MGM right outside of Walt Disney World in Hollywood, not Hollywood, in Florida. Mm-hmm. But again, if you go back and watch those, as I did, if you listen to Retro Rewind, which you should, by the way, it's coming back. There was no fucking reaction. There was more reaction from the fucking outsiders putting NWO over the fucking lights.
And
there was more people excited from the fucking rides than they were about the goddamn show. Nobody cared. It's ridiculous. It was like the fucking one in the fucking mall. You're automatically shopping. What the fuck's going on down there? It was just a thing.
So
it's like a fairground. It's no bueno.
With the whole thing going on with so if we took Disneyland buying this out, I mean, how do you not see that as a plus? You know what I mean? If you're looking at it
because you can't do anything with it.
Why? What can't you do? Well, explain. What can't you do with it?
You said, so we looked at the intellectual party that is Star Wars that they took. What did they do with it? They were able to make movies off it, and they made a part of it a part of their theme park. You
games
cannot
forever.
literally tell me
video games, merchandise. It's like infinite amount of money that's going to come in. It's going to rain, like literally rain money forever for them. They're going to even be more rich than they even are.
As Vince once said, it's all about the money.
Exactly.
It's all about the
Now,
money.
let me ask you this: could you imagine if they did? Let me ask you this: how far is SoFi Stadium from Disneyland? You guys, you California,
hour?
Like 20 minutes?
Oh, actually, I was about to say maybe
Okay.
30 at the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me this: why couldn't you run WrestleMania in LA almost every year and do a combo ticket, $1,000, get you both nights at Mania, plus tickets into Disneyland? You run a cross thing into Disneyland, you can do that all the time. $1,000 a ticket. You get in Disneyland alone is going to cost you what, $150 for the average person. One fucking ticket is going to cost you $500 to $800 for WrestleMania. You can mark it up even more. Disney's now going to mark up their price even more.
Like class, I'm
to
waiting
get
for
into
the
the
teacher
park.
to notice me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so motherfucker, you ever been to Disneyland?
Yeah, I do. I just went.
Not as a
2019.
child. Okay,
No,
okay, as an
2019.
adult.
I just went. I'm planning to go this year.
And now, which Disneyland did you go to?
California, where you guys are.
Okay, sweetness. Okay, so explain to me how much of a fucking pain in the ass that was.
No, absolutely. Oh, I'm not saying that.
So
That's
again,
not what
hold
I'm
on.
saying,
So
though.
hold on. Wait a minute. So again, let's rewind, baby, because again, you got two Cali cats in this motherfucker that'll straighten you out right quick with this shit. You gonna tell me? Because again, we've been to fucking the Forum. We seen Inglewood, baby. It is a one motherfucking lane road each way with a chicken shack across the street. Okay, you better. They're gonna make you park at SoFi. Do you have any idea the amount of volume that would leave SoFi after that, and fucking absolutely bombard Anaheim?
Oh no, I'm not saying. Here's the thing. I'm not
bombard it.
saying for one day. I'm saying
No,
you go.
I mean you would have to
whenever
give it like
day
a
of the
week
week
pass. It would have to be like a 3-day pass in a
That's
suite
what I'm
or
saying.
some kind of
No,
bullshit
that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, WrestleMania is Saturday and Sunday. You only can go Friday. What I'm saying is you have Monday to Friday to go. You have 5 days to go. You pick one of those days as your day to go, and that's what you do.
All right.
You know what I mean? And they just make Disneyland for the
about ready to
week
hit him with the dad
is
answer.
based around WrestleMania.
Here's the dad
Everything
answer.
is themed out. You can even have wrestlers in the Mickey and
fucking dumb that
Goofy
sounds?
costumes.
You know how
having
dumb that
matches
sounds?
inside of the wrestling ring. You can bring anything like that. Like
Here's another
Go
idea.
to Tijuana. There's a Michael Jackson wrestling right now.
I would tell you that's not a bad idea, but nobody from California is doing that.
No.
what do you mean?
That
I'm
is
not
a-
saying
that is a
California. No, I'm
straight
not saying
tourist
fuck
thing,
y'all
bro.
California people. We're talking people out of California.
Yeah.
That's
Trust
not
me.
going to garner as much as attention as you think it will. I mean, that maybe that's just
I can
us.
promise you it
Maybe
will.
that's just us. I can't see it. It's not a Star
Because
Wars
you-
because hold on.
because you
but
live
you're-
in it.
But you're
Yeah.
no. Hold on, wait. You're taking.
no, you're
let's
right.
hold
I
on.
think
Wait.
you're right.
You're right. We are living in it. But let me take that part of it out for a second. Let's get to the true part of it all. What's that thing that we love to say anymore? That wrestling isn't as popular anymore. There are
would make it
motherfuckers
20
from
times popular.
Hold on. There are people. I was gonna say motherfuckers. I don't want to be extra about. There are people from the ages of 4 to 84 who are diehard Star Wars fans.
100%.
Diehard. They've seen everything and anything in between. A minute percentage of that is professional wrestling fans. A minute
I agree.
percentage. So again, in order getting this to work with this, I just can't see it. I just can't see it.
Let me ask you this. On top of that, you create Disney shows on Disney Channel based on wrestling, animated.
They already
And bring
had
back-
one. They had one and it fucking flopped.
Not on Disney Channel.
I'm pretty sure there was one on the Disney Channel.
But you gotta understand it's a little bit different than WWE going, "Hey Disney, we want to put it on there," rather than Disney going, "We own this bitch. We're gonna push this to the
Was
fucking
it Disney or
moon
was it
No.
Nickelodeon,
and make
Rob?
it work."
Mo, if I may,
They had.
to
I swear to God, they had a kid show.
They did. Oh, I don't disagree. With
I don't
that.
remember
know if
what.
it was
But
on-
go ahead, DC.
to piggyback kind of off what Kyle was saying, the other thing of it is Think about it. A WWE themed hotel on Disney property.
Yeah, oh my God. I didn't even think about that.
You're reaching maybe, and I'm being fucking super honest here. Hold on, I'm being super honest here. That is gonna maybe hit 700,000 people who are willing to spend money on it. The rest of them are children. The rest of them are children. This is the same thing as Nickelodeon Studios all over again.
See, but hold on.
Hear me out. Hear what I'm I actually thought about this. The bigger area for Disney, I'm sorry, it's not Cali.
It's Florida.
Now, hear me out. Florida, you have Magic Kingdom, Epcot, the studios, because it's not MGM anymore. And you've got Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
Now, in addition to that, you have the budget hotels, which are, your all-star sports, all-star movies. Who's to say maybe you don't incorporate the wrestling in with the sports? Maybe not make it its own thing, but maybe to include it with that. Maybe. I'm just talking out loud here.
I hate to say that that's the only way I can kind of, maybe a little bit see it work. Is only in Florida. You couldn't do that shit out here in Cali. You couldn't.
Florida's better anyway.
Hold on. Let me give you a prime. I don't have my hat anymore. They got rid of the fucking Chargers, okay, in San Diego in favor of fucking Comic-Con, okay? So what do you think fucking LA is going to do? They got rid of the Raiders 3 times, player.
Mo, I need you to hear this.
Raiders.
I'm listening. I'm all ears for you.
Okay.
It's the Raiders.
As much as you may not be seeing things, the fact of the matter is Disney is a traveling spot. Okay. People come all around the world. I understand you Cali residents. I get it. It's the same thing for me with snow. When people are like, oh, I love the snow, I would love to visit it. Fuck the snow. You guys are the same way. You guys are like, fuck Disneyland. We don't want to go to Disneyland. Fuck the beach.
No. That's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying.
No, I know. But hold on.
No, I'm listening to you. I'm just saying that's not what we're saying.
Okay. No, I get it. But that's kind of in the realm of what you're going with, is you're not putting on a different cap because you live in it.
No,
you know what I mean? I'm not saying you're like you're completely against it because you live in California or whatever, but you're living under that cap, that umbrella in reality. Because the fact of the matter is, if you were to put something like that into Disneyland, much like the Star Wars one did, it would go absolutely fucking crazy. People would pack through the fucking walls to do a WWE land exhibit, whatever you want to call it. That place would be swamped. Let's just say it opened up in 2024. Entire 2024 would be swamped every single day because people would want to see that. On average right now, there's about 51,000 people that visit Disneyland per day. You could easily bump up your tickets $5 to $10 and you'd make an extra $250,000 to $500,000 per day on just ticket sales, let alone the merchandise, let alone the food, let alone the extra exhibits, let alone the shows, let alone the Disney Channel shit. There's the amount of money Disney would do is absolutely insane. It's ridiculous. Just like when they bought Star Wars, just like when they own Marvel, I believe. Yeah. When they bought Marvel and everything, the money is just absolutely insane. If you like, let me just put it to perspective. The 3 kids things. What are the 3 kids things right now with middle to, I'm not saying like 4 or 5 year olds, more or less like that 7 to 12. It's Marvel, Star Wars, and WWE. Disney's going to own all 3. Yeah. You either like WWE, you love Star Wars, or you love Marvel. I mean, realistically, for the majority of people, that's what it's like.
Yeah, they're going to love 2 out of the 3.
If they own all 3, that's damn near like a kid conglomerate at that point. Like you're just owning the kid market. Exactly. Okay, you create little shows with crossovers. Like it's ridiculous.
I gotta hear Rob because Rob's been overdrawn this whole time.
There's been a lot to take in. I'm not totally against Disney taking it because realistically, who else can do something with it? Kind of thinking about the list of who's on there. Netflix.
Netflix would just use the library pretty much.
Exactly.
It's the only benefit out of it.
That's true.
I mean, really, besides Saudi Arabia,
that won't happen.
Who was on this list, by the way? Do we know who was on this list of potential buyers?
Just off the top, it's changed a couple of times now, but I know Disney,
Netflix, Saudi, Amazon. Comcast just pulled out. They said they don't want to buy another company right now, which that's very weird for $1 billion company to say that. Mm-hmm. So Comcast is out. I think it's Liberty Media. They don't have enough money.
UFC's parent company.
Yeah, UFC's parent company.
Fox, they don't have enough money. A lot of people are going to Google all this when I say they don't have enough money, by the way. They're going to go, oh, well, Fox has $24 billion. That's not enough money. If you're not in no, it's not even just cash on hand. It's if you're not in the $75 to $100 billion world, if you were to get charged $6-7 billion, that's like losing a third of your money into one company. These companies aren't just going to do that. You know what I mean? Like a Disney's worth like $164 billion. If they're like, oh, it's $7 billion, that's a fucking drop in the bucket to them. They have
to a degree
30, 40 times the amount of money, or about 30 times the amount of money. It's not going to kill them. You know what I mean? Whereas somebody who's like a Tony Khan or a Saeed Khan is worth, what is he, 11 billion? If WWE sold it to him for $7 billion, that would fucking cripple him because you're dumping all your money and assets damn near into one business that you need to thrive now. And then Tony Khan, trust me, I agree. So, I really do. I would love for that to happen, but it's just unaffordable for them.
No, yeah, I agree. But now, with all that being said, realistically, who does that put at the front to buy this? It's Disney or Saudi
or Bezos.
Now, or Bezos. If I may, if I kind of make give my kind of
take on that's true. Bezos can do it too.
Mm.
Now, realistically, could Saudi do it? Possibly, but here's the thing: the other side of this. If you are a foreign entity attempting to buy an American company, there's this little thing called the federal government. Would they allow the deal to go through? They may not.
Never.
Well, I mean, never say never in these kind of instances, bro.
Realistically.
You never know, though.
I think the three big players are...
Especially if it's still being investigated.
Yeah.
You got Netflix, maybe.
It's a library, more or less.
Which, the way that Netflix is laid out, I think it would look cool on Netflix, personally. That's just me.
Yeah, but mainly a library thing. I could totally see it as a part of another deal.
Because the NBC layout sucks.
Oh, you're telling me, dude.
Terrible.
Now, I think the two best options, Amazon, or Disney. I realistically think it's going to be one of the two.
I think Disney is just in that realm, whereas Amazon's not in that world. Amazon's just not in the world where that Disney is a part of that world.
You have to look at everything that Disney owns. People see Disney, they think the parks. They think, Star Wars, Marvel. They also have ESPN. ABC is the Disney property. Like, it's realistically, I think, because they're going to look at WWE and people think, oh, it's just going to, they're going to buy it and, shut it. No. They're going to want something to run as it is now. You're still going to see house shows. You're still going to see, pay-per-views, overseas tours.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nothing's going to change.
If Disney, let's be realistically, let's say it is Disney, which, I think probably it's going to be.
Yeah, it looks that way.
They're going to want to make that money. They're going to want to make that money.
And it's a valid point. Is how do you make that much money up, and who's smart enough to make that money back the fastest?
Disney's the only one that can do it.
I mean,
because let's be real. Look at how much money Amazon spent into making the Rings of Power series.
Mm-hmm.
It was something like $1 billion, almost $1 billion. No, I think it was almost $1 billion was the budget.
Their video game didn't do so hot either.
No.
I didn't see anything about that. But it's you're dumping what I'm just making up the number at this point, 7 billion, 8 billion, whatever it is. Their net worth right now is about 6. So I'm guessing they're going to try and bump it up a little bit higher, 7, 8 billion, whatever. WWE's gross keyword there, 1.27 billion a year. Profit, I don't really know what their profit margin is, but $1.27 billion. You're talking 6, 7, 8 years to make that money back. You know what I mean? In gross, let's just say it's not profit because they're not profiting anything. So even longer, whichever company buys this has to find a way to do that faster. Because it's not exactly. They're not going to sit there and buy this and go, oh, well, it does $1.27 billion, but we're going to profit $200 million a year. Yeah. They're going to look at that like this is like a 25-year investment kind of thing, or a 20-year, whatever it is, in order to make my money back. That's too long. I just don't see anybody doing that besides Disney, because Disney can do that really fast. Probably within 3 to 4 years.
Look at World Championship Wrestling. Look at WCW. The biggest mistake they made with that was not, immediately trying to get shows running. They had talked about doing it, but there is no way that they couldn't have had shows running.
No.
It couldn't have been done. I mean, considering they bought WCW on the cheap.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they were all the way down.
Like $1 million. I think they bought it for a cool $1 million.
Something like that. But I mean,
because Warner just wanted out.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Warner wanted out. So I mean, I've been deliberating about this entire thing. After I checked out the notes, or I should say, that's a little bit of a list I could see. There's 3 people that bug me, and no, none of them are Saudi. I wouldn't say bug me, but there's 3 people that immediately catch my eye as I could see as potential buyers, and one of them that none of you guys had mentioned is Fox. And the reason why I say Fox is a possibility is because Fox needs television. They need viewers on Monday. They barely have viewers on the rest of the week, for the fuck's sake. So you garner the attention of having them. Corp. What was that?
Now, to clarify, because I know there are people that are going to say, well, didn't Disney buy Fox? What you're referring to is News Corp.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So here's the issue with Fox. Their net worth isn't enough.
Okay, hold on.
They're not going to drop 50% of their money.
We don't know that. They were hold on. We don't know that. People all of a sudden got into bidding wars over their fucking viewing rights a couple of years ago. What? Maybe all of a sudden they're pulling money out of their ass or working deals with people to get it going on. It's just that was, to me, is one that made sense. They're already on Fox, on SmackDown. You could easily have 100%. Raw on Mondays. You know what I mean? If whatever, you could always finagle stuff on FS1, FS2. Mm-hmm. It's an idea. The second one for me is the same thing. It's going to be Amazon. And the reason why I bring in Amazon is because look what it's done for the NFL. Look at how big of an impact it had on the NFL. We worry about, viewership numbers and how many households have USA now. How many motherfuckers have Amazon now? You're going to tell me almost guarantee you there is more people now that have Amazon than they do fucking cable television. Okay. And so the ability to watch these weekly shows on Amazon, knowing that all you need is a fucking Prime subscription, that's a big possibility. Plus the whole Bezos buying an NFL team has dropped off. Now, as much as I like all that, after taking in everything you guys are saying, Disney seems like the better bet, but in no way do I think they need to be going out of their way to make a movie this, do a TV show that, this, But hold on. To me, it makes no point because you have the perfect seed already planted. The thing that DC mentioned, and the thing I obviously fucking forgot about, is guess who owns ESPN? Disney. Guess who's already worked with the WWE? ESPN. You're going to tell me the worldwide leader in sports. It's not, again, we're not talking over the top extra butt fucking revenue. I'm more talking about fit now. I don't give a shit about the brand. I'm not tripping about that. Where does this motherfucker fit? This motherfucker fits right smack dab in the middle of ESPN. That's where it fucking fits. You want to watch Monday Night Wrestling? You turn your bitch ass on to ESPN. You want to watch fucking Friday Night Wrestling? You turn your bitch ass on to ESPN 2 or whatever.
The problem is you're never going to beat Monday Night Football on ESPN.
Then guess what, motherfucker? Then it's Tuesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Friday. Oh well, who cares?
Nope.
It's not about. It's not about
Tuesday Night Raw.
Who gives a shit? If it's about the money, who gives a fuck what the name be?
No, the problem is WWE will never allow that to happen. Vince will never allow those kind of changes to be made. I promise you that it'll be written in contract that Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown stay the same forever.
But here's the fun thing that none of us brought up. Whoever buys this company has to deal with the old man. And fucking dollars on donuts, this motherfucker would say, as motherfucker say, he's going to want control. And there's not many people out there that are going to actually allow him to have control.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be written into the sale. Like, yeah, I'm going to sell you this company, but I still get to run it.
Yep.
And that's where the problems lie.
It's where it's going to get complicated.
Disney will literally, if he tries to pull that, they'll say, Vince, get fucked.
That's what they did with George Lucas.
Yeah.
They pretty much just told him, hey, you sold it off. Fuck off.
Here's another idea. Another company that, they're not on the list, but what if? Google.
Question is how do you distribute it?
That's for sure.
Hear me out.
That's my question. How do you distribute it?
They own YouTube.
Or somebody else. Yeah, but
now they just bought NFL Sunday Ticket.
Yeah,
I get it, but I think the biggest issue with that is
they're trying to expand into the entertainment. Now, if you're going to do that, do you create a brand of your own? That takes too much time. You want a brand that is already established. There is hardly a brand that is more established and recognized than WWE. Yeah. Maybe you don't watch WWE, but you know what it is.
Yep.
Can Zuckerberg afford WWE?
Yeah, he's smart enough not to.
He banned everything.
He's just smart enough not to. God damn it.
Yeah. No, I don't think he has interest for it. The problem is wherever you place this, and I was thinking with what DC said, I was like, oh man, they got YouTube TV. I was like, that might be popping right there.
But then again, you're gonna have to subscribe to YouTube TV.
You're going on a regular station, like you're just using that to watch USA, MTV, whatever. You still got to go place it on one of these guys. So it kind of scribbles that out a little bit in order to make it work. I genuinely, I kind of agree with Amazon. I think Amazon's good. Amazon has 200 million subscribers on Prime. Disney has 74 subscribers on Disney Plus. Is there obviously more that are gonna, on Amazon, obviously, but is it more targeted on Disney than it is Amazon? You can have 200 million, but if only 30 million watch, opposed to if you have 74 million and 60 million watch, because your majority is kids.
Hold on, wait a minute.
It kind of makes a little more sense.
But there's kid shit on Amazon. That's where. Hold on.
No, I'm not saying that. But I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that.
But I don't understand. Like that's where I get confused with your ideas, because like I don't hate. Like I said, I'm not bashing the idea of them going. I'm more of the how are we automatically adding more viewers to the Disney side if it's on the same internet platform bullshit?
Because Disney is centrally targeted towards kids. Amazon is targeted towards, we have a little bit of kids, we have some horror, we have some comedy, some drama. Disney is kids, occasional other stuff, kids. When you go on there, that's what you're going to find.
And I dig that.
90% of the time. So that's where it might have a broader outcome. I don't know. We don't know.
But
it could be either way.
I get that, but I'm going to counteract that with, where was Amazon last year? They were get your shit next day. You can watch videos for free. Now they're the fucking location for the NFL on Thursdays. You can make a change and make an impact that quick.
I agree. I'm not saying that. I'm basing off of right now, because you never know what Disney could change in the future. You never know what Amazon could change in the future. So my knowledge on what I'm basing everything off of is what I'm seeing right here, right now. So based off right here, right now, the kids show that it is WWE has a better chance of thriving. And I don't mean just surviving or slightly doing better.
Oh.
I think it has a better chance to thrive and seriously live on with Disney. I think it could survive all day long, 24/7 on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
100%. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it could absolutely surpass every bit of what it is right now under Disney. I just do. I think it'll do so much better. But that doesn't mean Amazon can't do what it does.
I mean, like I said, you're making sense.
You know what I mean? Because Amazon all day could go, oh yeah, we're gonna fund it here, you know, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, pay-per-views, you know, we're still doing the 30,000 people for SummerSlam, whatever it is. Disney could go, oh, we're doing 30,000 now. Well, SummerSlam, we're now running SoFi because shit's just been popping. And then they go to whatever the Cowboy Stadium is every year and do 2 nights of WrestleMania there, which is 100,000 a piece there, opposed to 100,000 in total for 2 nights. It's now 200,000 in total because 5 years from now, it's just popped off because Disney might find a way to make it 1998, 1999 all over again. I feel like Disney has that ability. And I don't mean the in your face and rugged and the attitude era. I mean the popularity for kids. I think Disney has that ability to bring that back. Whereas Amazon could just say, hey, you know, it's doing good now. Let's continue. Because it could. And it could keep continuing doing good. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it'll take them, you know, at this rate, 26 years to make their money back. I did the math. WWE's making $300 million profit every year.
This guy.
So I did a little bit of the math there off of the sale. No. So I don't know. I just think Disney has a better chance of really kicking this in gear.
That Disney could do, and I honestly could see them doing it. Think back to WrestleMania 2. What did they do specifically that year that has never been done again?
I don't know. I wasn't born.
Multiple locations at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you got, you know, matches going on at SoFi. Maybe you got matches going on in Dallas. Maybe you got, you know, something in LA, or not LA, Orlando, Miami. You know, maybe you got something in Giant Stadium in Jersey.
Okay, yo, DC, we need to be partnering.
Hold on,
shit,
but wait a minute. Hold on.
Fucking smart.
We opened a brand new can of worms. I really want to get, because we're going over, but I really don't care because I really want to get to that. Here's my problem. How does that work for the viewer at home?
The viewer at home, I mean, you could run them on different times, different days. You know what I mean?
So what you're telling me is we're taping shows again. That's what you're telling me is we're taping shows again. Because
no.
Okay,
So you're not taping
on.
anything. You're doing it live. It's just you're ordering it like a pay-per-view. You do a pay-per-view from 8 a.m. till 1 o'clock, and then you do a pay-per-view from 7 to 12. The morning ones in Orlando, the other ones in Texas, or whatever it is.
Who in the hell is going to watch a pay-per-view at 8 a.m?
Come on, you know what I'm saying.
This is not Saudi Arabia.
Or hey, what the fuck? The world exists. We have 2 screens. What if we're running at the same time,
brother?
7 o'clock at night till 10 o'clock at night, or whatever.
I can barely type notes and watch a wrestling match at the same time. You expect me to watch 2 of them bitches?
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. Maybe like, as much as the concept of it sounds cool, and if we were back during the days of like localized television, fucking sign me the fuck up, homie.
Okay, so what
but
if
this
you did
is
like
the modern day.
What if you did? Okay, so you give matches what? 10 minutes. You know what I mean? WWE's,
that's
what
not
are they
Mania
going for?
Then.
Their
that's
reviews,
not Mania then.
Their feuds, all that stuff. So what you do for that 10 minutes is you go to the announcers are talking, they go, and Theory and Cena had this happen, and this is what led to it. And then boom, you go to their feud going on, and then while that's kind of programming, you have another match going on.
In a different city. So then the crowd's going to sit there for 25 minutes or 15 minutes while watching that match on the Tron. Do you see all the issues with that, though? Do you see all the issues with it? I'm
not saying the crowd on the Tron, but what I'm saying is the viewer at home.
Okay, so again, again, with every problem we fix, a new one arises. Okay, the viewer at home now I didn't gotta go to the show because with every match it's gonna be boom, I'm in Vegas, boom, I'm in Detroit, boom, I'm in LA. That's cool. Now I'm the guy in the crowd in LA. This is a cool fucking match, Rob. While I'm in the stadium in LA.
Yeah, they get that all the time.
That's not okay. That's not.
But you get that all the time. Yeah, I mean, people are on their phone and they'll go rewatch
on their
NXT
phone
because the women's match comes on, or I didn't like this match. So
that's fine.
Get on my phone. They have, but here's the problem: they have to get on their phone for some reason. Yeah, for some reason whatsoever, they're bored because they don't enjoy the match that they're watching in front of them.
But then that's their own problem. That's their own problem. You are now telling the people that you are going to pay premium dollar ticket. What did the forum cost us? $65?
Yeah,
$65 for a Dynamite show. So you're telling me a Mania show where I got to go to SoFi. So I'm ponying out $400, and that includes parking. And yes, I'm saying that. That's going to include parking. So you're telling me for a 2.5 hour show, I'm going to sit on my fucking hands and watch my phone or the fucking Tron for fucking an hour?
No
while I get in between matches, that's again, it's like it. If we was in the 70s or the 80s, fuck with me, brother. But we're way too advanced for that shit. Unless you wanted to do it like in different days. See, you want to make that plan? Make it different days. Boom, night 1, you're in LA. Boom, night 2, you're in Vegas. Night 3, you're in New York. Too. That would make it better.
That works too.
You got Mania 2 days, right?
I get 3.
Okay. So let's say we'll use this year as an example. Again, hypothetical. Let's say WrestleMania Saturday. We're gonna say from
so much. You got the fucking Hall of Fame, and there's the NXT, and there's the there's just too much that goes with Mania.
No. Hear me out, because you're gonna include NXT in this too.
Okay.
So, and you're not going to have a takeover at WrestleMania weekend. It's going to be part of WrestleMania.
Oh, okay. Now you tried me intrigued.
So, you're going to have WrestleMania. It's going to be all WWE. You're going to have NXT. You're going to bring in fucking everybody you can. You really want to, splurge. If I'm Disney, I'm reaching out to outside parties. I'm reaching out to New Japan Pro Wrestling, to All Elite Wrestling. If I'm trying to make money, just to, but other way, back to it. You put NXT in there. Then what you do, let's say from 12 to, or say from 1 to 5. So 1 in the afternoon to 5 in the afternoon. You have it at, let's say, Miami. Or maybe in the Meadowlands in Jersey at the Giant Stadium. Weather pending, of course.
Right, yeah. I was about to say.
Then, from, let's say, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., I'm on East Coast time.
Oh, I was about to say.
So that would be about 4 to whatever time, your guys' time. WrestleMania Saturday, you have it in, maybe, say, Vegas, at the Chargers Stadium.
Oh, you're being Raiders.
Then WrestleMania Sunday. You start it off and say, maybe Detroit. Or maybe in, not Chicago, because, fuck Chicago. You have it in, let's say, Miami or, somewhere else.
Right.
Then, where do you end it? Where do you have the grand finale? SoFi. You have it somewhere, maybe, where was it in LA? Not SoFi, the other.
Coliseum?
The one in where Triple H and Sting wrestled.
That was in San Francisco.
I was in San Francisco.
But that one, you could do it there.
Oh, yeah, 49ers Arena.
49ers Stadium?
It's too far, though. If Disney's running that, that's too far from Disney.
Okay, hold on. See, you brought that back up. We're off on a tangent. We got to get finishing up, but I got one final question before I get into this last thing. Warner Brothers is on that lovely fucking list. Does anybody think they got the fucking cojones to put AEW and WWE on the same fucking banner?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I think it's a conflict of interest.
What?
Okay.
Isn't Warner owned by Comcast though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comcast pulled out already.
Pulled out.
They did. They're all going to be still on the list. The list isn't updated.
Now, could it happen? Because see, they're trying to consolidate their money too.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's a big issue. If they pick up WWE, like let's just say they actually did, there's a highly likely chance they're going to kick AEW.
More than likely.
Because they're going to go, $120 million company, $1.27 billion company. They're going to kick AEW. AEW is going to find a new home.
Yep.
Hear me out. They don't kick AEW. They fucking buy it.
Tony Khan wouldn't sell it. Not
Tony
a chance.
Maybe not. Tony, maybe not. Saheed?
No. Tony has, I can promise you right now that Tony has just because his dad gave him a loan. Tony owns this company through and through. His dad gave him the loan. His dad might be a little bit on it, but I can promise you Tony is going to keep this company no matter what. They could offer him $1 billion tomorrow and he's going to turn it down. He loves this company way too much.
I imagine
it's doing well.
I imagine Saheed probably occasionally just goes to Tony and says, "Hey, how's the company doing?" Good, we did this, and the other thing. He probably just says, "Okay."
Probably.
You know what? That really sounds like the conversation that happened.
Yeah.
He
realistically.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a feeling he just goes, okay. And just kind of believes him because, I mean, on paper, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting $1 million gates. He's about to bump up his TV deal from, I think he's at like $40 million. He'll probably get roughly around $100 million a year out of it.
Yep.
Video games launching in like another month and a half.
Yeah, and they're going to easily make all their money back. That's the only reason that they're negative right now is that damn video game.
Yeah.
But that'll bump them up.
Yeah.
I'm buying it. I'm buying that shit. I don't know about y'all, but
yeah,
I'm buying it.
I'm buying that shit all day. That shit looks hot.
All right, so we've gone on long enough. We've complained. We've gone on tyrants. We've done the whole nine. But I think there's one thing we are in a little bit of agreement in, and that's we're pretty sure the sale of this company is going to happen after the biggest show of the year, being WrestleMania.
100%.
100%.
So
too much on the line at WrestleMania for them to turn the wheel the other way, even just for 5 minutes.
I mean, they don't want to, cause a distraction, take the focus off of, what's being showcased as the biggest WrestleMania ever.
Yeah,
I think it truly is. On paper, like the matches, they really need to make this the biggest WrestleMania ever. Like they need to figure out some way, somehow to do that because
damn near sold out and they haven't announced a match.
Papa H, start booking.
We kind of know. We kind of know one of the matches at least.
Yeah, at least one.
All right. Yeah. So that's been it for us. We're gonna leave it at that. This
TSK is gonna buy it.
There you go.
We're gonna buy WWE.
We're just gonna start putting our pennies together.
Put all our money together.
Shit, that's right. We own the E, bitches. What's happening?
I got
Kevin Owens, world champ. Here we come. All right, so I'm.
Fuck yes.
All right. I love all this thing, and this has been so much fun doing. So I have an opportunity to announce some great stuff going on. The TSK is going to start dropping. We're hoping 2 episodes a week, and so I'm not too sure when. What was it? Kicking with the TSK is going to drop on a regular, but I'm hoping every Tuesday. Used to be every Monday. Hoping now every Tuesday, Retro is going to come back to your listening pleasure, and we have a brand new and improved Retro crew, so your boy's not solo yelling at Nick Patrick, but I'm not going to stop yelling at Nick Patrick, so don't think that's going away. So before I keep on with my fucking Nick Patrick, my sworn enemy. So before I keep on keeping on, let me get everybody's plugs in there, and we'll get to it. So to the man Kyle with the crispiest new mic, tell us where we can get the fancy donuts, player.
Sweet Treat Minis, and then podcast coming out for wrestling as well. Super Kicks and Flips coming out soon.
This guy has a fucking goal to do 150 shows a year, and guess what? The TSK has got his fucking back because we're going to be doing 2 shows a week with him. Light work. I love it. Rob, death metal scene. What the fuck's the word?
Yeah, so what we're going to do, I condensed all my socials into a list. So you go to the Linktree/Hey, I'm Rob. You'll find everything me there. That's my bands, my Facebook, Twitch, coming soon.
Let's go.
Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Let's go. Can't wait to get it. And DC, the clock keeps on ticking. Max Wrestling's Promo Mania is coming months away. A date with Destiny, a date with a Demoness. What else do you got for us? The main motherfucking event. Fuck yo championships, he said for the briefcase. He wants the main event. What do you got for us, though, DC?
What do we got coming for you? We got, again, number one, the first time ever, Iron Bank has decided, said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing what I want.
Doing what you want.
Then, podcast Promo Rumble coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Cypher's, he found his opponent.
Yeah, opponent got voted on. The votes are in. It will not be revealed just yet. I don't know when they're going to reveal it. That's Dad's question. Don't ask me.
Who indeed?
Who indeed? Only time will tell. However, just to play that guy, DC, I believe, did take Trav to the limit. And boy, I mean the limit. So God only knows what's going to go down here. Going to have to see DC on another episode of Max. Love to have everybody in the TSK on an episode of Max. We'll have to get that in the books. But until then, catch us, hopefully tomorrow, with a brand new episode of Retro Rewind, where we go through the week of WCW and Nitro from November the 4th, 1996. Catch up with us, watch it with us, review it, the whole 9 yards. With all that being said, yes, you missed Harold as much as we did, but we'll catch him next time, and we'll catch y'all next time. We'll see y'all then. Too sweet me.
Too sweet.